Hi everybody, welcome back to Parrot Partner one more time. I hope you're managing to stay warm on this fine chilly Canadian day. We just wanted to give you a little update about what we've been doing at the Parrot Partner and what's happened since the last video we made. So we've actually started at the back of the facility this time in what's referred to as the pressure wash room. And that's the area of the facility where all the cages come to be cleaned, the food dishes come to be cleaned, and everything can be pressure washed, sprayed off, mopped, etc., etc. So this room was coated completely in plastic and concrete, so it's 100% waterproof. And it gives the staff and the volunteers a place just to be able to keep all of the bird droppings under control. Adjacent to that is the storage area for the extra shelving, extra cages, and food and so on and so forth. It's still a little bit of a work in progress, but much further advanced than it was during our last video. And then moving into the guest aviary, or the main boarding area. You can see behind me through the double glass doors is what's referred to as one of the private boarding areas. There's another one on the other end of the room behind the camera, and this area in the center is just the main boarding area. It's kind of a shared space for the birds to hang out. The door over here leads directly into the volunteers' office, which isn't quite done, but will be shortly, and then that way that allows the volunteers who are taking care of the birds in the boarding area to leave from there and come directly into the boarding area. Moving right along, again, as you can see, drywall's finished, the painting is done. We're simply finishing up cabinets now, storage, and getting things unpacked and placed for the kitchen area and the storage area, which keeps all the towels, the food, and all of the preparation equipment required for the nutritional needs of the birds. And that probably by the end of the day tomorrow will be completely done. This little room in here, kind of the medical area. It's a sort of a first aid room for birds that need a little bit of attention, medical attention. We've installed some cabinets here, a nice stainless steel table for them to work on, a desk for the staff, and a small sink in the corner for washing up and for hygiene. Right here on my left is the other entrance to the volunteer office, which, as I just explained, has a door that leads into the boarding area. This room here is the executive director's office, which is 98% functional, completely set up. Still a little bit overcrowded, but as we get organized, that will dissipate. So one of the nice features that we have here in the executive director's office is that for the security of the staff and the birds, there's video surveillance covering all areas of the Parrot Partner. And this is important just as some of the birds that are boarded here carry a high price tag and a high value, not to mention the fact that their owners are very in love with them. This will help ensure that anybody who might get the wrong idea would think twice before trying to get out of here with the bird. And if somebody did want to come in and try something on the staff, at least they're covered with full video security and 24-hour day monitoring as well. Moving along into here, we have the area for the overnight staff and staff lounge. So the overnight caretaker has a place to rest while watching over the birds. Moving through to here, this is a quarantine area for untested birds. And they stay here separate from the rest of the birds for whatever period of time is necessary until we can know that they're safe and they're not going to have any communicable disease or illness that would get into the rest of the flock. Okay, so moving right along, this area is what will eventually be the gift shop with the main entrance on my right. This will be the cash area. There'll be a whole bunch of merchandising, t-shirts, and other things available for purchase. Small area moving right into here will be an education center. Again, in the process of setting up the shelving, painting and everything is done, flooring is in. We're just trying to get everything organized, and this is where various groups of school children, other persons in the community will be able to come and learn about exotic birds and hopefully fall in love with them like the rest of us have. In here, moving in here, is another little bit noisy at the moment. The furnace is on, is the furnace room and a storage area, but this area is also going to double as a workshop area where various perches and other wooden items that are for the birds can be produced or repaired as the birds chew on them continually and wear them down. They need to be replaced. So this is the other half of the gift shop, kind of transitioning into a janitor's closet, a wheelchair accessible bathroom that we've installed. A small area for the employees on my right to hang their coats and have a personal locker and a storage space. And this, I suppose, is probably what everybody's going to consider to be the pièce de résistance. These are the aviaries where all of beautiful birds are kept. So again, there's a bird training room and a storage room here on my left, and then 3 separate aviaries where birds can be kept by size and by type, and be kept with other birds that are compatible with each other. So coming down the hallway, you'll see the feature here is that each aviary has a grate style window, so that birds that are not in their cages and are flying are able to interact with those coming up and down the hallway. They're able to fly up to the grate. You're able to hear the sounds that they make, and they're able to interact a little bit with the folks coming down the hallway as well. And that's been done for school groups and children and other people who have curiosity regarding the birds. So further down the hallway, I think this is really what everybody's going to want to come and see eventually, and I would encourage all of you out there in Facebook land to make the trek. It's definitely going to be worth it. Not quite finished yet, but we have here what's going to be referred to as the Grand Aviary. And the purpose of this room is to have an area where the birds will be able to just fly freely and interact with each other and with people throughout the day. We've been very lucky as an organization to have a young lady by the name of Leah paint this beautiful mural on the floor to add some spice to the room. We have a whole bunch of plantings, tropical plantings that are going to be coming in. There's going to be a water feature here set up in the corner. And then I believe early in the spring of 2018, we're going to begin construction on our outdoor aviary, so that when the temperatures and the weather warrants it, the birds will actually be able to go and fly outside with some supervision, but fly freely and enjoy the weather and the smells and sights and sounds that come with it. So we've pretty much covered from one end of the building to the other. We're not going to bother with outside today because it's a little bit chilly. We hope you've enjoyed this installment. We hope you're going to come down and visit the Parrot Partner, donate, get involved, and we appreciate all of your support. And it's been fun making this series of videos, and I think we might just squeeze one more in. Stay tuned. After everything is put away and set up the way it should be, and after the grand opening has happened. So stay tuned for what date we're going to announce the grand opening, and stay tuned for the entirely finished product. Thanks again for all your support. Take care.